Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to tackle one of the absolute best home comfort upgrades out there, underfloor heating, paired with that clean, modern look of laminate flooring. Now, I know it sounds kind of complicated, right? But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to have a super clear roadmap for turning those chilly floors into something you look forward to every single day.
Ugh, you know exactly what that feels like, don't you? That instant shock of cold that just jolts you awake. We've all been there. But what if that just didn't have to be your reality? What if you could roll out of bed and be greeted by this gentle, welcoming warmth? Well, that's exactly the problem we're solving today.
So let's talk about that dream. See, underfloor heating isn't just some crazy luxury anymore. Honestly, it's a total game changer for how your home actually feels. And when you put it together with how tough and stylish modern laminate is, well, you've basically got a match made in home improvement heaven.
And it really is a different kind of warm. It's not like that dry, dusty air blasting out of a vent. It's this even, radiant heat that comes up from the ground and just fills the whole room. It feels amazing. And Laminate? It's the perfect sidekick for this. It's durable, a breeze to clean, and it's a fantastic conductor for that gentle warmth.
All right, so how does this magic actually work? Don't worry, you do not need an engineering degree for this, I promise. Understanding the basics is actually really simple, and it's absolutely crucial for making sure you pick the right system for your place.
You've basically got two main choices, and the easiest way to think about it is like a sprinter versus a marathon runner. Your electric systems, they're the sprinters. They use these thin mats or cables that heat up really fast, perfect for a bathroom or a kitchen. Then you've got the hydronic systems. They're your marathon runners. They circulate warm water through pipes. They take a little longer to get going, but they're incredibly efficient for heating your entire home.
Okay, listen up, because this is maybe the most important thing in this entire explainer. This number right here. If you remember one thing, make it this. This is the absolute maximum surface temperature your laminate can handle. If you go hotter than this, you're risking warping or damaging those beautiful planks. Seriously, this is the golden rule. Don't forget it.
Okay, so you know the basics. Now, how do you actually decide? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. The best system for you isn't a one-size-fits-all thing. It really depends on your space, your budget, and what you're trying to accomplish with the project.
This chart breaks it all down perfectly. See, electric systems are your go-to for renovating a single room. They're way quicker to install and you get really precise control. The downside? Well, for huge areas, the running costs can creep up. Hydronic is the exact opposite. It's a bigger upfront investment and a more complex install for sure, but it pays you back over the long run with amazing energy efficiency.
So, what's the final verdict for a typical project? The expert advice is pretty clear on this one. For most people, doing a renovation at home, those electric mat systems are going to be the easiest and safest bet to pair with laminate. You get that amazing warmth and control without the massive complexity of a full hydronic installation.
Picking the right system? That's half the battle. The other half is all about the laminate itself and installing it the right way. So let's go over a few pro tips, the kind of details that make the difference between a good job and a perfect, long-lasting one.
All right, rapid fire. Here are your laminate must-haves. For thickness, you're looking for 8 to 12 millimeters. That's the sweet spot for heat to travel through efficiently. Durability, look for an AC3 or AC4 rating. That just means it can handle everyday life. And this is a big one. Always use a floating system where the planks just click together. And always leave expansion gaps around the edges. The floor needs a little room to breathe as it heats up and cools down. You know, the installation itself is really a game of patience. It all starts with a perfectly prepped level subfloor. Don't skip that. But after you've laid the system and the laminate, the step everyone wants to rush is number 4, testing it. You have to warm it up slowly, gradually, to let the flooring get used to the heat. Rushing right at the finish line is the fastest way to create problems for yourself later.
So naturally, there are two huge questions that always pop up. What about the risks? And what's this actually going to cost me? It's time to do some myth busting.
This is the #1 fear I hear, hands down. People are just so sure that the second they flick that switch, their gorgeous new floors are going to buckle and warp.
But it's just not true. As long as you respect that golden rule we talked about, that 27 to 29 degrees Celsius limit, your laminate is going to be perfectly happy. It is literally designed to handle this kind of gentle, controlled warmth.
And then there's the other big one, the electricity bill. The idea of heating your entire floor, it just sounds like it would cost a fortune to run, doesn't it?
Well, not necessarily. Modern systems are way more efficient than you'd think, especially if you pair them with a smart thermostat that actually learns your daily routine. By heating things up gradually and only when you really need it, the running costs can be surprisingly low. We're talking often less than using old-school radiators to heat the same room.
And this really shows you the long-term value. Underfloor heating just works smarter. It uses lower temperatures to give you the same feeling of warmth, which can actually lower your energy bills. Plus, you're adding real value to your home, getting this incredible level of comfort, and you get to ditch those ugly, bulky radiators and get your wall space back. It's an investment that pays you back in so many ways.
When it's all said and done, it just comes down to this. This isn't just some technical home upgrade. It's a lifestyle upgrade. It's a feeling of comfort that genuinely changes how you experience your own home, starting, literally, from the ground up.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget the budget and the installation for a second. What's it worth to you to start every single day without that icy shock to your system? What's the true value of a home that feels warm and cozy and welcoming in every single corner? That's something worth thinking about.